It's not even been a week. It's not even been a week. And I feel like I'm dredging up old ground all the time, but it just gets worse. I guess we're talking about tickets again. So remember the fan outrage where everyone was saying how out of touch the club was, that you could pay up to £59 for a game of championship football, potentially trying to avoid relegation football at Sheffield Wednesday next season. All of this onus seemed to be on the fans to pay them money. Well, season ticket prices have gone back on sale today, and oh yeah, you can buy a season ticket if you want to save some money. Should we have a look at how much they cost now? The Cop, an adult ticket, £595. The North Stand and the Grandstand, £735 for an adult ticket. The South Stand, £825. All coming in at just under 26 quid per game for the Cop price. Under 25 on the Cop is £450, which would be the adult price for a lot of season tickets for a lot of clubs at this level. North Stand, £560, same as the Grandstand, and the South Stand is £640. Under 17s, £225 on the Cop. Everywhere, actually. I think they've done the same thing. So under 17s, £225 everywhere. Under 11s, £145 everywhere. And concessions are £330 on the Cop, £405 on the North and the Grand, and £55 on the South. And it's not necessarily the fact that season tickets are meant to be cheap, but it's a case of we've just had a go and a process in the fact that the matchday tickets are this, and then, oh yeah, you can come out and spend the equivalent of just under £26 on the Cop, right? You don't have to pay those prices, those crazy matchday ticket prices we've set, because you can buy a £600 season ticket or an £825 season ticket, and yes, it makes sense, doesn't it? Because if you're taking quite a few tickets at a certain level, matchday, those £59 are going to add up. What I've seen this week constantly is people talking on social media about how you are pricing families out of this situation. And season tickets are still going to be well over £1,000 for that family of four. We're talking about a family of four, right? 2 adults, right? Take them in let's do the Grandstand, let's be fair. Some people were saying with travel and that, you're looking at over £200 for a match day at Sheffield Wednesday for a family of 4. 2 adults, 2 children. Let's say one's a teenager, and let's say one's at the under 17 and one's at the under 11. Can you make it cost effective with a season ticket? Let's have a look. £1,660 on the Grandstand for a season ticket there. You'd need to factor in travel all the time, parking, especially if you live a little bit further out. Those sort of things add up. You're going to be looking at well over £2,000 for the season. So it's either £200 for a match day with all of that included, if you even think about buying stuff at the ground and you think about the merchandising and things like that, or £2,000 for the season, which is going to be considerably more in terms of travel, parking, all of the likes that come into a match day experience. You spend more money on top. The buy-in is still too high, and it's even more than that on the South. Obviously, I went for the Grandstand and the North Stand there. And also, families aren't going to do that. Families aren't going to be able to always commit to a season ticket. Maybe one of those family members gets it, and then they still have to pay the match day prices. This is what I'm getting at. You could say, oh, well, someone can get, one of the adults can just get a season ticket and then bring the kids along on match day prices occasionally. They might not always want to go every weekend. Kids are still getting into that. Sometimes my partner comes with me, sometimes they don't, so we can't really justify a season ticket there, but then they're not going to come, are they? You're not going to bring them. You are going to isolate them by charging £59 for a match day ticket, or even high 40s, low 50s, 52 or whatever it is, ending up, it's not ideal, is it, really? And what I can see a lot of, and it's not constant, it's a lot less people now, but, oh, well, I'm sorted and I paid it early bird, so I'm fine. Think about other people. That's one thing I will say. We're all Wednesday, aren't we? It's meant to mean something rather than just the tagline. It's meant to mean that we're all in this together as fans, and I know that might sound a little bit cheesy and all of that, but we are all meant to look out for each other in some respects, and calling out the atrocious pricing structure at your football club has got to be one of the things that you do. It can't be something that we just go, oh, that's fine. That's fine because I'm sorted. Because that's not how fans are built. When we've got Premier League football at the other side of the city and it's accessible and it's a lot cheaper for regular Premier League football, where do you think the kids are going? How much do you want to hear that from a parent who goes, oh, well, I'm Wednesday through and through, but it's getting to a point financially where my kid wants to go to regular football. They're doing better. They've been in the Premier League more often. My kid's getting it at school. All these Wednesday fans are dispersing and more United shirts are popping up. They're going over to that side of the city. That's how you become the smaller club in the region. I'm not getting into those wars, right? But there is that side of it. You're going to lose the younger generations. We've already seen it massively. How many United shirts have cropped up in the past decade? A lot. I promised you I'd use some of your comments in a video. It was going to be on the Talking Wednesday debate, but because this has happened, we are going to talk about it here. And we've already done the podcast and we started to rant and forgot and run out of time. So they're going to go here. Debbie Hawkins says, someone with a family doesn't stand a chance. When I was talking about the matchday ticket prices, and that's the big thing here. The season tickets bring it in. Families don't stand a chance at this rate. And that's what's upsetting about it, because clubs are meant to be about family in that aspect. And you make the mid-range stand the expensive stand. You know, the grandstand's not priced the same as the South. It's priced the same as the North, but it's not. I think the grandstand should potentially be priced the same as the Cop if you're talking about cheap buy-in for families. Mr. Fluffy Bags says, I planned on going regularly to matches this season, but I didn't expect ticket prices to be anything like this. Now I won't be going to any matches. My favourite seat will now cost £59. I'm just simply not doing that. Again, not every fan should have to buy a season ticket price, and they're excluded by the matchday prices at 59 quid, because the South is a nice place to sit, don't get me wrong, and yeah, all pick somewhere else. It shouldn't be that much, right? You should be able to pay a little bit more for the most expensive area of the ground, and it still not be 59 quid. Joseph says, Sunderland fan here, can't believe the prices from your owner. Horrible for you fans. Was buzzing for you getting up last season, especially with one of the best playoff moments of the season after we broke your hearts the season before. Yes, thank you. Great away day, but I might have to watch our away trip next season on TV. Wish yous all the best and enjoy the channel. Thank you for that. This is the thing as well. Away fans are going to have to pay those matchday prices. So that comes into it, and a loss of revenue there. And really, really bad PR for the club to boot. James Cockins writes in and says, I agree these are expensive, but to play devil's advocate, people who aren't season ticket holders or regular supporters were quite happy to pay £35 for a membership, which lasted about a week, so they could then purchase a ticket for the playoff final. And when you factor in travel costs, food, drink, programme, etc., and spend in total around £200 for one match, I didn't hear anybody complaining then. This is what I've also seen. It's Wembley. A lot of people see it as a once-in-a-lifetime event. Some clubs don't get there. Maybe, once every decade you get there if you're lucky. It doesn't happen very often. Some of the tickets, if you think the £30 membership, I think some of the tickets were about 35, 40 quid. Not much more for the membership and the Wembley ticket than it would be for a Category A game. And yes, you're looking at over £200 for one game, and then you're thinking about families there, but it's a day out to Wembley. This argument falls a bit flat for me because that is a special event. It shouldn't be the same when you're going to a newly promoted side, when you are a newly promoted side in the Championship, when you're possibly going to struggle that season. You shouldn't be paying a similar price to go as if you were at Wembley. That's the point. Christopher writes in and says, the prices are crazy. In no way are they reflective of the division we are in, nor the financial climate. I have a feeling that Chancery's response will either be become a selling club and play youngsters to have cheaper ticket prices, or we have higher ticket prices that allow us to compete in the transfer market and challenge for promotion. You've seen the multi-year season ticket prices. Scary, as it gives an idea of how much yearly season tickets will be going up next season. Yeah, so Wednesday also do these multi-year season tickets. On the Cop for a 3-year, you are looking for an adult ticket that is £1,380, or a 5-year at £2,300. Multi-years always worry me a little bit because I'm like, you don't know where you are. They always seem a bit, oh yeah, well they work out at £20 a game on the Cop. But you don't know where you're going to be. That could be £20 a game and back in League One. It's just a bit crazy, really. The South stand for that 5-year, by the way, for an adult is £3,150. £1,890 for the 3-year. Yeah, I don't think a multi-year makes sense, does it, really? Do you know what will get me? Is people will go about, well, if you were loyal to the club, you wouldn't matter what division they were in. Yeah, but I wouldn't be paying that for League One football because we didn't. And I want to see some stability in my club before I'm forking out for 3- and 5-year season tickets. Michael writes in and says, living in North Wales, it already cost me extra in fuel. 3 adults, 2 kids, and I made 8 home games last season and 4 away. I can't get a season ticket as I still play amateur football myself, so I am occupied most Saturdays. This price rise, bearing in mind there are 5 of us now, has become unaffordable for me, which is a shame as they were great family days out. So that will be 5 supporters less and many more will follow. I feel like I need to cap that off there, and I will use some comments if we need it. We need any more on the podcast coming forward if this does crop up again, because it never goes away. So please do keep the chat coming. And that is the big thing. It's pricing families out. People that were going to come and had the commitment to come and now rethinking it. I don't care how loyal you are. I don't care that side of it at all. Nobody can call anybody an armchair anymore because Sheffield Wednesday are pricing their fans out of the club. No other clubs are doing it. What I have seen, we are the most expensive, and it continues to be a thing. Get the money from other revenue sources. Stop talking about losses. Other clubs seem to be dealing with it. Why is it Sheffield Wednesday that takes it out on their fans? That is the bottom line. We are the only club that seems to be taking it out on our fan base, and it's getting a little bit tiring. It shouldn't be from the fans' pockets all the time. Or give them something else. Give them more merchandising options. Go better with your sponsors. Do you know what's not going to help with your sponsors? Bad PR. Bad PR from rinsing your fans like this. I'm annoyed. I was kind of like trying to put it to bed and just... I'm sure we'll all put it to bed in a little while. But I just think this is a case of... The brakes should have been pumped on this and gone, oh, the fans haven't responded really well to the matchday pricing. We need to put a statement out here and we need to sort something, or we need to adjust that before we put these season tickets back on sale because now it's just like, oh, well, you thought they were high. You can save some money with a season ticket, which is also higher than most season tickets. And pretty much, I believe, higher than every single season ticket in the Championship. You might need to fact check me on that one. But I'm pretty sure £825 is up there. When we start offering that level of football, you won't see me or most people complaining, I can imagine. But right now, I can't see us doing that. As always, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you for all of your support on these videos recently. Make sure you check out the Talking Wednesday podcast, which is out very shortly after this video, actually, I believe. But we've talked about the season tickets. We've talked about everything Sheffield Wednesday this week. But for now, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all those things, and keep watching right here on Dexterity Box.